Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 25 years of India's independence, progress of Jammu and Kashmir. This is international seminar, collaboration Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Muhammadiyah Jakarta, and Sahabat India Jakarta. And we will also welcoming speech from Director of Indonesian Global Studies, Faculty of Social Political Science, Universitas Muhammadiyah Jakarta, Debbie Afianti MA will be spoken on behalf also. Please welcome Ibu Debbie Afianti for welcoming speech on behalf Dean and also Director of Indonesian Global Studies.
So it is grateful for me for having you here to discuss about the progress of Jammu and Kashmir in line with the celebration of the 75 years of India independence. And we would like to welcome our respected speakers here. We have Pak Viramala and also Pak Sri Yunanto here offline in our auditorium. And also in online, we have several speakers, and we have here Lieutenant General Sokin Chauhan, former Director General of Assam Rifles, New Delhi, and then Mr. Utpal Kaul, International Coordinator of Global Kashmiri Pandit Diaspora, New Delhi, and Dr. Ahmad Kisai, Lecturer at the Paramadina University, Jakarta, and Mr. Aswani Kumar, a well-known writer activist from Jammu and Kashmir, India. So we have two speakers offline here and several speakers online. So we would like also extend our gratitude to the Magister of Political Science, which is headed by Pak Asep, who is initiated this significant international seminar. It is highly and also timely important for us to discuss about the progress of Jammu and Kashmir, especially since the 2019 progress. And we would like also to broaden our horizons, so we welcome any inputs, insights, and also fruitful discussion during this international seminar. So we would like also active participations from the participants here as well as the participants online. So without overdue, let's recite Basmalah to initiate or to begin this international seminar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. On behalf of the Dean of the Faculty of Social and Political Science, I officially open this international seminar. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the title of international seminar is 25 years of India independence, progress of Jammu and Kashmir. With its 1.41 billion population and US 3.49 trillion gross domestic product, India is an emerging global power. It is the present chairman of G22, I believe, transfer from Indonesia last November. A group of world's largest 20 economics. India, the world's largest democracy, is the 5th largest economy and has the world's strongest military force. Ladies and gentlemen, in effort to quell the unrest created by Pakistan and Bush economic development, the Indian government decided to scrap Jammu and Kashmir special status under Article 370. So we are going to first have Mr. Utpal Kaul. Let me introduce him, distinguished speakers. Mr. Utpal Kaul, the International Coordinator for the Global Kashmiri Pandit Diaspora, is a scholar, writer, community activist, leader, and spokesperson of Kashmiri Pandit community. He has been an activist for more than 4 decades. He studied at the Kashmir University, during his university days, he was elected as president of the Kashmir University Student Union. He has participated in national and international debates and seminars on Kashmir. Mr. Utpal Kaul has led many protests to get justice for his community. He met various presidents, prime minister, and parliamentarians to apprise them on Kashmir situation. He has published more than 100 books on Kashmir, and he regularly participates in live television debates. Please welcome Mr. Utpal Kaul.
I am so thankful to this great university, Mountain University of Jakarta. I am sure one day I will come and meet all of you physically in this great university.
Welcome.
When I speak on progress of my state and now Union Territory, Jammu and Kashmir, I won't be speaking as a scholar of Kashmir University or scholar of history or economics or commerce, but I will speak as a simple Kashmiri who has seen for last 6 decades Kashmir. So first of all, I want to tell you that there is a dramatic change right from Maharaja's exit from Kashmir and democratic forces taking place in Kashmir. And now, when on 5th of August in 19, that scrap of Article 370 and 35A. People were not sure what is going to happen. So there was a lot of negative propaganda also. But now people of Kashmir, Jammu and Ladakh see now how the progress has gone so fast. And unfortunately, COVID struck whole of world, and Jammu and Kashmir was also part of that. It affected Kashmir, Jammu and rural and urban areas, but the best management of COVID was done in Jammu and Kashmir, and it was declared as the best management, COVID management state in India.
With the next speaker from Kasman Singo di Menjuhol here in Indonesia. So Mr. Utpal Kaul, the next speaker is Bapak Dr. Sri Yunanto. He has been a member of Presidential Advisory Board's expert team since 2019. He has been the Executive Director of the Institute of Politics and Security Study, IPSS, since 2011, who has been collaborated with a political science program here at Postgraduate Department. Sri Yunanto is a PhD holder in comparative politics from the University Science Malaysia. He obtained his master degree from University of Indonesia in 2005, and he is a prolific writer, researcher, and respected scholar. So welcome, Pak Sri Yunanto, for around 20 minutes.
Again, distinguished Master Ceremony as well as moderator, the bosses of the faculties, Pak Joni, Pak Nurzaman, Bu Debi, and bosses of also the boss of the Laboratorium of International Government and Strategic Studies, yeah. And also distinguished speakers, Mr. Utpal, and we are waiting for the presence of General Chokin. Also, Pak, who is our friend from Paramadina, Pak Ahmad Kisai. Also, my good friend, Pak Fermala. We have been here for 3 times, right? I have been speaking on the Kashmir, but I've never been there. So I hope that someday, because you know, the first presentation of Kashmir is just really, really amazing and interesting because of the beauty of the nature, the rich the rich fullness of natural resources, agriculture, industry, etc., and also the improving situation in Kashmir. So I'm happy to hear that. And of course, well, previous speaker already spoken on economic and agriculture side, tourism, etc. No, I'm trying to contribute my thoughts on the issue of 75 years India's independent, and also progress of Jammu and Kashmir, but from the perspective of politics and security for sure. I would try to see, not to compare basically, but I believe, and from the history, that we share the same destiny between India and Indonesia. Yeah, we have a good friend since the birth of our country, the independence of our country. We share the same experience of colonialization. Formerly, we are colonized by British also, but then transferred to the Dutch, and until our independence. Yeah, and India colonialized by the British, right? And then both of us, India for sure, as the mother says, is a big economic countries with one of the biggest economic country, and we are approaching to that position too. And we are predicted, Indonesia is also predicted to reach the position of the seven biggest economic country in the world. I think it's predicted to be in 2035, and also we are also democratic countries. So we believe, and we have adopted our democratic system since our independence. And then India is considered also one of the strongest military force. I think you are still, I have no idea, you are still competing with China too, I think, yeah? in terms of economy and also military. Yeah? So we are in that position too. Yeah? We are in the middle between the two competing powers, yeah? Like in the story of South China Sea. Next. And then I hear present that we are pioneers. We are also pioneers the Asia-Africa Conference. Yeah, 7 countries, some other countries as the pioneers, like Indonesia, including India, Indonesia, Pakistan, Myanmar, Sri Lanka. We initiate the Asia-Africa Conference, which was held in Bandung. Yeah, and then because at the time we also experienced similar destiny as the post-colonial state.
Thank you very much again for the excellent presentation comparing two countries in solution of a regional conflict. And I would like to introduce first Mr. Aswani, brief CV of Mr. Aswani Kumar Churungo is a well-known writer who wrote numerous books on Kashmir, as well as a columnist in various newspapers and magazines.
Nakar Om Swastiastu. I am speaking at this point of time from Mumbai, India. I am highly thankful to the university and the organizers for inviting me to this August gathering of intellectuals and activists who are thinking about India, who are thinking about Jammu and Kashmir in India. For me, the 75 years of India's independence and a review of it is basically a litmus test for all states who got independence over the last 100 years. And I believe this social cohesion will give a new phase to this 75 years of Indian independence in context of progress of Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you very much.
Dr. Ahmad, he was born in Blitar, East Java, Indonesia. He holds PhD in political science from Aligarh Muslim University, India, and his academic interests are on civil society and democracy, Islam and identity politics, international relations, Indian politics and economy, sustainable development and governance.
I'll start with the fact that when we want to know about the situation of development or the condition of a state, society or state or a country, then we can always use a political economic analysis approach where we can see how agents, structures, as well as institutions actually interact, actually intertwine, and also influence towards each other. What happened in Kashmir for the past, years, from 48 until 2023, it's all about how the agents, the individuals, the organizations who have interest in Kashmir and Jammu are actually proposing what they think is the best options. And last point, institution, how actually the rules that governs the behavior of the agents actually affecting the situation. We understand what is in Pakistan, for example, and what is what in India. So two totally different countries when you look at from perspective of democratic principles.
And we would like to welcome Lieutenant General retired Shokin Chauhan. He's already in Zoom. Let me share, and please allow me to read briefly for the CV. Lieutenant General retired Shokin Chauhan, PFSM. There's a lot of title. Medal. Was the chairman of the ceasefire monitoring group in August 2018. He was the Director General of Assam Rifles, India's oldest and largest paramilitary force.
Thank you. Once again, it's such a pleasure to be with you all. Can you wish to sort of highlight before I go forward is that while we talk of a state of India, we must also keep in mind what it has gone through, what was the history of Kashmir or Jammu and Kashmir, and what we think should be the future of how it should go forward. Almost 21 years, that means more than half my service in the army, has been spent in Jammu and Kashmir. Has been spent, I was first in Jammu and Kashmir in the year 1983, before the insurgency and then the terrorism came to Kashmir. And then subsequently came often enough, first to fight the JKLF, and then to fight the Hizbul Mujahideen, then to fight the Harkatul Ittihad Jihadi, the Huji, the Harkatul Jihad Ittihadi.
English, Economic History and Political Science as major subject. Welcome, Pak Veramala, please.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So India has now been independent for more than 75 years, because from 1947 to 2023, so now it is in next August it will be 76 years. As we know, India is holding the G20 presidency, which took over from Indonesia last year. So on January 13, 2023, the Reserve Bank of India announced India's forex reserves have reached $572 billion. The next slide, please. And according to the Global Firepower 2023 report, India is the fourth largest military force out of 145 countries in the world, after the US, Russia and China. So India has the fourth strongest military force. Pakistan has been using military means and diplomatic approaches, but intimately falling in both the directive and general of the police and Jammu and Kashmir, announced recently that separatist forces have killed 186 terrorists, including 56 foreigners in Jammu and Kashmir in 2022. Most of the killed terrorists were members of the Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed terror groups, which are funded by Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence Spy Agency. In 2022, 29 civilians and 31 security forces were killed in terror attacks in 2022 and in Jammu and Kashmir. So violence in Jammu and Kashmir was reduced in 2022 compared to 2019. There is a table which shows the figures. It is a lifeline for Pakistan's military. It gives it money and power. Many Pakistani military generals have become millionaires. In Pakistan eyes, the Kashmir problem must never be resolved to maintain the military's domination within Pakistan. The military dictates the foreign ministry, prime minister and media to follow its strategy for Kashmir. Due to the military's domination and massive defense spending, Pakistan is now on the verge of bankruptcy. The Pakistan people are the prime victims of the Pakistan military and its ISI. The military brutal acts against fellow Muslims in East Pakistan led to separation of the country.
Applause from Mr. Feramal Ajaya.